So this is easily the most heartbreaking defeat I've had in a long time in this game. Yes, it is true. 3,000 experience on a loss. Base experience, too. That is the number that shows up on the team screen at the end of this game. This is a crazy, crazy, crazy match. And it's in Montana, which has long been one of my favorite battleships. It's felt a little poor recently due to the amount of 30 millimeters of armor that's been added to the game. Feels like every cruiser can bounce a Montana these days. So, but we do get a little bit lucky with 2 shells deviating from where we aimed, and we get 2 citadels. So, maybe it is a bit of a blessed game that we're under. Not actually. You'll see later on that we get pretty unlucky throughout this game. But still a good result. And as much as I love to win, you can't win every game. And nothing says that better than this match. If I can't win this game, then it truly means that you can't win every game. And that's okay. Here I make a small misplay. I hot swapped to HE, or I used gun feeder to switch to HE while the radar was going up, because I have a special commander that gives me 75% swap time. And there's a 6-second delay in radar. I thought I had enough time to do it, but the destroyer gets through while I'm trying to do that swap. So a little unfortunate, but it's okay. We'll get them later. Really crazy dispersion there. Still 8k damage, but yeah, kind of unfortunately we didn't really get any hits near his citadel there. Kind of landed all around it. And that's kind of the issue with Montana. You give up a lot in ability to shoot at angled targets these days to get these 12 reasonably accurate guns. But the guns aren't all that consistent. They should be, considering that's really all you get with this ship. You get a reasonably tanky hull, not the tankiest though, obviously. You get okay AA, but not good enough AA to really do anything. Your secondaries are useless. You have a 30-second reload, and you get 12 406mm guns. And in my mind, they should be just a little bit more accurate. Because you're going to find situations like this one coming up here where you should have killed the enemy ship. And, well, you don't. Somehow. Right? Like, how does that guy live there? That's the question that I ask, right? And I think, did I aim poorly? And I don't think so. And it's difficult to get better at this game when you're not consistently rewarded for playing well, positioning well, aiming well, and you're not consistently punished for playing poorly, positioning poorly, aiming poorly, right? There's not enough consistency in this game, and I think that that contributes to people not really knowing what to do differently to get better. There, the Minotaur accelerates very quickly, and he just accelerated outside of our salvo. Island in the way, I couldn't lead anymore, so fair enough to that one. So, yeah, I really do think that with a little bit more consistency, it would actually help bad players, as confusing as that sounds. If players got dev struck off the map more, I think it would help bad players more. Simply because they would be more consistently punished for playing poorly, and that would reinforce in their brain, okay, I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't do that because I got punished, and I consistently get punished for that. And then when they do something good and they get rewarded for it, say they're the battleship dev striking a cruiser, or they're positioning good in a destroyer, getting good, all that stuff, right? If you're more consistently rewarded, you would know that's a good play to make, and you would know that sooner. And I think that would help bad players or people learning the game to get better quicker. All this RNG in the game, while it may help people stay alive longer, it doesn't actually help them get better at the game. Which, I mean, to be fair, might be the point. The point might be to just have people stay in the game as long as possible to input their credit card details in. That might be the point. But if you're wanting to have people get better, I think having the game be a little bit more consistent might help with people getting better at the game. But It does eventually come around, though, RNG, for us. And, well, you can't really go broadside 3 times, buddy. 3 is too many. And, in fact, here, all it took was 1 turret. 3 shells, 3 citadels, devastating strike. There we go. That's more like it, right? Oh, man. So, we've lost basically our entire team. Our Hakuryu is running off the map. If our Salem plays well, we could possibly win this. We would need our Salem to find an island to hide behind and just be farming while our CV spots for him. But I think he's probably going to end up getting himself killed here very quickly. And then it'll be basically a 1 versus 4 here, because our carrier, I don't think, has been doing all that much to help the game out. But it's a hard class to play, guys. Trust me. Oh, man. So, I think I would have won this game if this carrier wouldn't have been in the game. I truly believe that. I think I lost so much HP to this carrier that is impossible to dodge. At least against the battleship, I can angle. Against the cruisers, I can get behind cover. All these things. Whereas a carrier, it's just impossible to dodge this incoming damage. And this is part of the reason I really dislike carriers in the game, is it feels like they just determine games for you. Where your skill doesn't matter in the game, and you just lose. And yeah, our Salem goes and tries to face tank 3 enemy ships, and predictably dies. Pretty basic, but yeah, it didn't help that this carrier was getting incredibly lucky to not eat citadels there. So really, to win this game, I had to kind of kill him outright there. And you would think a Montana against a broadside CV at those kind of ranges, multiple salvos would probably be enough to kill him, and no. That guy got very lucky, and that's unfortunate, because that means we lose. Yeah. If I sound a little bitter, it's because I am, because this carrier didn't play particularly well. He probably isn't all that amazing at the game, and he just outright won it for his team because he's playing a carrier, nothing else. And that's pretty frustrating for me, considering I feel like I played this game very, very well. This is nearly the last salvo I can take for this carrier. I think maybe I can get 1 more after this. He's probably going to get undetected anyway. I think I have to rotate my guns now, because the enemy ships, I did have some time to deal with the carrier, because the enemy ships were behind islands. You can see this carrier is not even hitting his bombs on my ship properly. Like, this is what I'm talking about. It doesn't matter that he's not very good at it. He just is going to win the game for his team. It's very frustrating. But now that the enemy ships are coming around the island, it's time to deal with them. And here, I need a huge hit. In order to even remotely still have a chance at winning this game, which is unlikely because of the carrier that I didn't kill, I need to dev strike this guy off the screen. And that'll do. And that'll do. It feels like Yamato is the only, well, Shikishima, but Yamato Hull is the only one that actually takes citadels anymore. It's kind of crazy. Because back in the day, Montana was very much the same, and game design was more balanced around consistency back in the day. When Monty had a raised citadel, it felt like cruisers, you weren't overpenning citadels, but previously, a lot of those things have come into the game more recently to, well, help people stay in the game longer and input their credit card details. That might not be the case, but yeah. You can see just how silly the damage is out of a carrier. I can't even heal the damage back that he does to me. Kind of crazy. But we're going to try and get this cap. I need to angle because a Petro, as we all know, has incredible guns. And I need to be able to bounce his shells because he can citadel me out to, I think, close to 12 to 15 kilometers even. I do need to kill this Des Moines, though. This is so important that I'm willing to go broadside to the Petro. I don't have any faith in my carrier to kill this guy, so I just decided to get it done myself, and fortunately he decides to turn broadside to me, and that's fine. We do eat torpedoes, which again, we can't really heal much of, and, well, with a tier 10 battleship and its poor maneuverability, it's basically impossible to dodge, which is really frustrating for me at how maneuverable the aircraft are, how little damage they take from AA, and how much massive, unavoidable, unhealable damage the carrier is able to in return. Yeah, pretty frustrating experience, but we're already up to 267k damage. A really great result, honestly, and had we had a team, I think this would have been a win. And we still have option to get to kill this Petro yet. As most of you probably know, but if you don't know, the Petropavlos weakness is its upper bow. It does have an icebreaker, so you can't citadel it very easily through the nose, but its upper bow is 25 millimeters, and, well, we overmatched that. And the goal is to hit as many shells as you possibly can right where I'm aiming. You want to hit that exact spot, and you can deal massive pen damage. And there you go, 15k. And because Petro has a lower HP pool than something like a Stalingrad, for example, it's actually way more impactful to get those, 10 to 15k hits on him, because he's just more percentage of his HP pool being done. Yeah. Very good stuff. Unfortunately, we get screwed over on RNG again, and that's the end. You can't win them all, guys. You can't win them all. But still a great game. And honestly, 14 Citadels, that's a pretty incredible result in itself. Petro finally figures out to hit my stern, because he has improved pen angles, and that's the game. Our CV was unsurprisingly unable to carry this one out. And, yeah, I was a little frustrated because I like winning and I wanted to win this one really badly. But, and also, the option to maybe have a 4,500 base experience game would be insane. Yeah, 300k in a 7v7 ranked game with a carrier, 14 Citadels. I'd say we tried to win this one. And there you go. Basically 3,000 base experience, and we tried. We tried. No real coming back from that one. But we definitely tried. So Montana's a great ship still, guys. It really, really is. And the main thing is you need to use it at closer ranges. I've been finding that battleships, they need to be used at closer ranges, because at long range, dispersion's going to screw you over, and they're going to bounce off of all these 30mm plates, and yeah, it's going to be... They're not very good from max range, unless you're playing a Thunder and just spamming HE or something like that. But at closer ranges like this, when you can guarantee more hits into where you're aiming, yeah, you can do some pretty massive damage. If you're wondering about the build, it's in my 10.0 Captain Change build. It's just a standard battleship commander. Montana is the definition of a standard battleship, so pretty basic stuff. Deadeye, conceal, and fire prevention is pretty much what we're running. So, a great game overall. Sad we lost, but that's okay. You can see just how much damage the carrier did to us. Pretty crazy. So, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a great day.